Welcome back, friends. It's DIY day here at the Goat Ranch, and today's project is windscreens. Windscreens for my Trangia alcohol burner and my MSR pocket rocket. Now, I saw a lot of neat ones out there on Amazon and eBay. You know, you can get them made out of titanium, out of aluminum, and yeah, they're pretty heavy, pretty beefy. Some of them, you know, fold up really nice and compact. Probably a little heavier than what I need, but you know, it's more fun to build your own stuff. So I said, hey, you know, I can do that, and I can do it pretty cheap. Actually, I can do it for $1. And for you guys that are slow in math, that'd be 4 quarters or 20 nickels or 100 pennies or something like that, but it's not a whole lot of money. So instead of spending $15 or $20 plus tax plus shipping, I just said, hey, I think I can do this myself. So let's get started. Let me show you what you're not going to need to start off. You're not going to need heavy duty Reynolds aluminum you can get at the store. Why? Because that stuff is not near heavy duty enough. It might be great for, you know, doing your baked potatoes or something, but it's not worth the crap for what the kind of project that we're going to have here. You need something a little more substantial. So let's get this stuff out of the way, and let me show you what you're going to need to get started. Gonna need a ruler and some double throw down cheap scissors, a pen, a straight edge like this one, and this is an oven liner. You can get them at any of your larger grocery stores or at Target, something like that, Walmart. If you can find cookie sheets, I haven't been able to find any, but I know they're a little bit bigger and they don't have this stuff in the middle, but it didn't matter to me. I just needed something with this thickness of aluminum. Figure out what size you're going to need. Let me show you the two that I built. Now, I'm not going to build another one here. I'm just going to show you how to do it because, you know, even a moron can do it. This is the one I built for my Trangia, and it doesn't need to be very tall, so you can see about an inch taller than the flame there. And what I did is I just took my straight edge, drew a line down here, and then I went up on this particular one for the Trangia. I went up 3.5 inches and marked another line. Then I took my high dollar scissors here from the dollar store and I just cut out a nice piece of material, and I ended up with something kind of like that. Okay. Once you get the material cut out, going to take your straight edge. This one here happens to be 18 inches long, or actually 15 inches, I'm sorry. I just took my straight edge and I went up about 1/8 of an inch here on the edge, and I folded this edge up and over, pressed it down, and then I took one of my 1/2 inch heavy duty sockets from the toolkit out there, and then I just rolled that edge nice and flat. I did it on the ends. I did it on the other side, so you don't have any sharp edges here that'll cut or nick you. Then you take a piece of flat material and just roll it on the side, say of your table or whatever, and you roll it back a few times, and then pretty soon you got something that does that. So you got your stove, got your windscreen, cook pot sits in there nice and neat. Cool thing about this is I made it short enough that it'll fit inside my cook pot. My stove will go in there, or fuel, whatever you're carrying in there. But it all nests nice and neat right there in the pot. This particular one weighs 12 ounces. This one I built here weighs 12 ounces. And I was looking for something that was small and light as possible, also compact, and something that's pretty durable. Now, you know, this isn't going to stand up in a gale force wind or anything, but you know what? When you have your when you have your stove and your cook pot, you know, the cook pot's going to hold it in place for any wind of any reasonable amount there, so you don't have to worry about that. So that's the first one I made here. I would love to have had one windscreen for both, but it didn't work out that way, and that's because I really wanted to nest in this pot. Now the second one I built, I did the same thing with the material, except I cut a piece that was taller and I made it 7 inches tall. And that's because this thing here, you know, it's 6 inches or so, so I needed to get it up high enough to where it would block the flame there, or block the wind from the flame. So I had to build this one about 7 inches tall. So a little different design with this one, because I don't have anything round that it would fit into that's 7 inches tall. I guess I could have wrapped it around a Nalgene or something like that, but hey, since I don't carry a Nalgene, I wouldn't be doing that. So I had to come up with another plan. And what I did with that is I built this trifold. Same concept, just had the material folded over the edges, but this time I divided it into 3 sections. And I just folded it over like that, and I put a crease in it like that, crease in it like that, and then I just put a paper clip on it, and I stick it in. I've got a compartment in my backpack that's up against my back, so it stays nice and flat, and I just slide it in there. This one here, it weighs 22 ounces. So the little round one weighs 12. This one weighs 22. So you're talking about no weight at all. And same thing with that. You just fold it out. You make it as big or as small as you want. There you are. That's all there is to it. 2 windscreens for $1. Of course, it's going to cost you $2 because they only sell those cookie sheets and those oven liners in pairs. So it was 2 for $1.97. So it just didn't really cost much to do this. So there you are, folks. That's your DIY windscreens. You know, let me hear from you. Tell me what your thoughts are on it and how you made your windscreen, or if you had any luck building one like this. There's all sorts of different ideas out there, and I'd love to hear them. If you like what you saw, make sure you give us a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and share our video with all your buddies. So until next time, you guys be safe, and I hope to see you down the road. Adios.